Namaste. Great morning, everyone. Well, it's a really, really, really sad state of affairs when you have somebody like Judge Roy Moore running, and really his platform is, from everything he stated, if you vote for him, it's a vote for racism, okay? It's a vote for going back to slavery. That's what he'd like to see. The country was good, but of course, at that time we had slavery. Okay. He pretends to be such a great Christian, yet he molested these women. Oh, he doesn't know these women. Of course not, because they're women. They're no longer young girls that he was drooling over, calling on a phone to get out of class to ask how she was. You know, this is ridiculous. One's like Trump, who bragged about what he did to women and then calls them all liars. What is it we have in the White House now? It's a bunch of white supremacists. They're against people of color. They're against women. They're against anybody that's not white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, okay, basically. So what does it say about this country? You've got Bannon that wants to see nothing more than the whole of the country torn apart. Okay, you're angry with some things in your life, but is this the way to solve it? To throw all your values out the window? Judge Roy Moore is not for genuine government. He's not for, the laws. They threw him off the bench because he would flout the laws. This idea that they keep throwing out there, that Democrats want unlawful behavior, that's not true. Absolutely, we want laws in place, but we want the laws to be followed. Okay? They don't want the laws to be followed. They want a police state. Okay? They want an absolute police state. And things are getting out of hand. It's gotten worse and worse and worse with more and more police shootings, innocent men getting shot. There needs to be more training for police. This idea that sanctuary cities are there to hide criminals is ridiculous. Okay? This idea that Trump is fulfilling his obligations. Oh, I need the wall. Well, his platform was Mexico's going to pay for the wall. Well, Mexico's not paying for the wall. It was not his platform that we are going to pay for this wall. Okay? There are a lot of things he ran on which haven't seen the light of day, nor will they ever. He's a champion of women. Where? Where is he a champion of women? Okay? And these tweets are getting uglier and uglier and uglier day by day. He's doing all he can to get rid of the Russia investigation. And these ones like Fox News that he upholds because they trumpet his nonsense. Ones like Alex Jones just go out there and say the most ridiculous nonsense on the planet. Make up things. Egregious. Spin things so far out of recognition that it's ridiculous. So I hope the people of Alabama, those that have some common sense, all go out and vote today. We don't need this country going back to more racism, more fear, more hatred, more division. Okay, we don't need that. And that's exactly what these guys trade on. Okay, ramping up more and more fear, ramping up more and more division, divide and conquer. That's what they're all about. Lie, deny, and point elsewhere. So you don't look at their actions. They get you wound up in conspiracy theories everywhere. Okay? These things need to come to an end. Okay? These things need to come to an end. So, well, it looks like perhaps the voting is over. Not sure exactly what happened. Let me turn it on and see.
That, of course, was Doug Jones. I want to bring in a local political reporter, Michael Doudna, with the NBC affiliate 12 News in Montgomery, Alabama. Michael, what are people telling you?
Well, what people are really saying is that there's going to be a lot of people really watching this race as an election.
Well, I guess they're still ongoing. Thank God it's not done yet. People really need to get a handle on this and stand up to people like Trump. Stand up to people like Judge Roy Moore. Take our country back. Okay. The civil rights was a long fight. And to sit there now and basically look at people that are going to take it backwards, that have nothing to do with our country, what our country was founded on, okay? That's just absolutely sad and heinous, frankly speaking. So I'm going to leave this here, and I hope that people go out and get a conscience. No seat is worth putting a pedophile in office. The only thing they see is this abortion issue, and they're willing to overlook anything else. Ridiculous. That's not the only issue that comes up. Again, he's against gay, he's against people of color, he's against women, he's against... What is he for? The most narrow-minded, and while he claims to be this great Christian, everything he has done in his life has been against Christian values. Okay? And these ones that call themselves evangelicals, I am so sadly ashamed of these people. There was one gentleman that finally stood up and said, I can no longer call myself an evangelical Christian because they are making a mockery of it. Okay. Absolutely atrocious. Absolutely the saddest thing. And again, this is what happens. You get a little knowledge. A little knowledge is a dangerous thing. They take things out of context, spin it into something unrecognizable, then make a big platform on it. What's his big claim to fame? The 10 Commandments. They need to be in there. Muslims are a false religion. They want to put in Sharia law. I mean, just absolute crap. I'm not saying the Ten Commandments are crap. I'm saying the way that he did it was flouting the courts. And then they say that they are, standing up for crime, that they are so, in alignment with the rules and regulations and laws of this land when they're not. Okay? They use and abuse it. Okay? Just like Trump now is doing all he can, again, to try to set up Mueller through Fox News. Fox News, again, is doing everything they can to put this, to cast a bad light on the FBI. It's egregious what they're doing. They call the light dark and the dark light. And that's a dangerous time of coming up in this planet. When you have those calling the light dark and the dark light. Okay? Again, that polarization. And again, that's why I continue to stand up against these phony teachers to just make up a bunch of nonsense and put it out there as wisdom and charge people through the nose for it. They're paying, and they're paying with their lives. They're paying with their minds. They're paying with everything. Okay? I don't care if you want to throw your money away. That's not what it's about. But they are being lied to, taken advantage of, being told they're progressing, and not only are they not progressing, they're only going into more confusion, more bondage, more do's and don'ts, more absolute nonsense, believing it as fact. Okay. The spiritual path is supposed to clear up confusion, not bring more confusion. Okay. Like I was just telling one guy today on Maharishi, doublespeak, selling governorships and selling Maharishi honey. And Maharishi honey, you got to buy this. This is primo. This is wonderful. You got to move a whole river in order for for Germany to be sattvic. You've got to move a whole river, because it's not in a great feng shui place. Nonsense. I mean, absolute, utter crap. Levitation courses where you're hopping like frogs and think you're getting something from it. And paying for the privilege of looking absolutely ridiculous. So, I mean, this needs to be cleared up across the board. There are few in history that would stand up. Christ stood up. Kabir stood up. The Yukteswar was a tough guru. There are a few that are willing to stand up and say absolute nonsense. Okay? And we're not going to win any popularity contests doing that. Okay? People want to hold on to their ignorance. Okay? They paid for that ignorance, and they hold and cherish it and treasure it and hold on to it for all they're worth. Yet it's keeping them in more bondage. And if you're a genuine spiritual teacher, you want to see people come out of bondage, not sit there and buy more bondage and be made fools of along the way. And they're fighting for the privilege to be made a fool of. It's, you just shake your head and just go, what is this world coming to? How can they actually believe some of these such outlandish, ridiculous things? How can they not see these simple things of humanity versus us against them? Versus all this driven fear that people are trying to put in. against all these, ones that finally stand up for the truth of what's happened. And they're put down for it. And what's the president's thing? Oh, well, Franken, he admitted to it. So, yeah, he's a horrible guy. We need to get rid of him. But Judge Roy Moore, he never admitted to anything. And as long as you don't admit to it, okay, then you can call everybody else a liar. You can defame him. You can use defamation. Okay? You can call them liars. These women all need to get together and make a class action suit against him for defamation. 100%. Don't back down. Stand up. Okay? And eventually, somewhere, sometime, the truth is going to have to prevail over the ignorance, over this darkness that they want to parade around in as light. Okay. Namaste. Keep your eyes on the light, the genuine light, and don't mistake darkness for light. Because when you start doing that, one lie, a second little lie, you are going down a very dark road from which there is sometimes no return. Okay? Don't do it. It's not worth it.